Hey, what's good everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to get started on the SH Figuarts Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, this figure is fun. Flat out, if you love Jujutsu Kaisen, this figure uses the similar SHF fighting body style. It comes really close to just being straight out an adorable and enjoyable figure. Like, I don't think there's anything that I can say that you won't enjoy about it. But again, everybody's going to have their picks of it. There's like one minor gripe I may have with the figure, but as an early first of its line, I think they did a great job of capturing the essence of this figure, from the anime proportions all the way down to the divergent fist effect parts. Yes, we could have gotten more, but I think for what we got, it's very enjoyable. But again, you're going to pick and choose what you like anyway, so let's get to the video. Now, like I said earlier, the fighting body style is something that I very much enjoy. I really wish we'd get more Street Fighter stuff, but as I move this guy up closer, I'm gonna honestly go out on a limb and show you guys like just how much fun this guy is. So articulation wise, even with our hoodie here, which was given to him by Gojo, we can extend his head and neck in ways naturally that won't have to poke out or look out of place. And they even gave him the long neck, but when sitting here in a neutral stance, he looks absolutely wonderful. It's not one of those things where it's going to look bad, in my opinion. Then we can have slumping shoulders, or we can fix our shoulders to move up, because we can hit a T-pose with literally no problem whatsoever. We also have a hidden bicep swivel, and we are double jointed. So even with our design, nothing was left out in terms of what we wanted with this figure. Articulation-wise, you even get the butterfly joint to move forward, so you can defend yourself. You can take a boxing style, martial arts moves. So I love how the effort was put in to make sure it matches the style that's going to work for you. The only thing that I would say that's going to be lacking is going to be our ab crunch. It's almost non-existent in terms of that forward crunch. As you see, it can pop off. And I don't mind that safety measure being taken because you don't want to break your figure. But you have a tad bit crunch forward, but you can move side to side with little to no issues. Moving side to side, it's going to be something you really, really like. As you can see here, it folds really well, but you're gonna have these gaps. So until somebody makes gap fillers or find another way, that's going to be your only real issue. We have soft plastic here as the waist, and this also twist and turn. So you'll have this, and it can move a little bit forward as well. So all your ab crunch is actually going to be here at the crotch area. Our legs can go forward, and let's test it out. Want to see how far forward we can go with our leg to test out that articulation. We're going to try to do a front axe kick. So this is about as far as you'll get axe kick wise. As you can see, his pants his short pants, I should call them. But yeah, articulation wise, I think our front axe kick does not look bad. We can actually hit the side kick very easily as well. I want to see if it can stay up. There we go. And there is thigh swivel as well. We are double jointed at our knees, and we have super generous ankle pivot. Like, it's ridiculous how good it is. And we have toe pivot as well too. So posing him up to hit some of those really good poses that he hits, martial arts wise, should not be an issue for you if you like posing. It really shouldn't. So as we can see here, Yuji is hitting the poses with no problem whatsoever. Very enjoyable. I really like how style-wise this came out. You can definitely get really nice stuff with the divergent fist, or we can just take on certain martial arts. So I'm gonna do some Kempo stuff, probably some other type of martial arts style, but I'm a Kempo guy. So maybe I could take on some tackles and grapples with him, and it'll look really good. But otherwise, I just love the way this guy came out. I'm really excited for Gojo now because of this. So without further ado, now that we've taken a little bit of the articulation, let's talk about our accessories. So now we're going to jump into accessories. I think we should talk about our divergent fist effect parts first. Let's knock those out. We will get 2 of these, 1 for each fist. Oh, let's fix that. There we go. These will cover your basic effect parts from probably the first arc of the series. We'll probably get a little crazier later on. Obviously, if you're caught up, you already know. You get the black flash. But these just pop on right over the fist, causing a delayed reaction when he hits his opponents. And like I said, they just slide right over the fist with no issue whatsoever. These are going to be really nice. And you'll probably be able to put them on other figures. So enjoy, right? So we have that. Then you will get other accessories. So you will get a looking over to the side face. There we go. You will get a yelling, screaming face. You will get a Sukuna face, which I thought is really, really dope. They covered this one really well. He's even looking down at his opponents with it. This is pretty dope. You'll even get an effect hair part for the Sukuna hair, showing you when he's changing, and a hand for the Sukuna. As well as other hand parts, you will get open action palms. These will mostly be used for grappling. And then you'll get open action hands. And that pretty much sums up our accessories for him, which I think perfectly fit for the first half, or the first season I should say, that we wrap up with this. So it's really, really dope. So now, without further ado, I think we're going to jump into our size comparisons. So let's get to it. Alright, last but not least, we're going to do the size comparison. And what's really cool about this is that if you've ever collected crazy horror stuff, you're in a good place right now to do Jujutsu Kaisen like photos. So I definitely am not in like the best place for it, but I do have a few things with the normal size comparison that I can throw in there, and we'll see how that turns out. Let me back it on up just a little bit so we can see everything. First things first, let us try an SHF, another one. So here's an SHF Kamen Rider XL. I think he looks pretty good next to him. Not too big, not too small, they fit around the same size. Then we have Mezco Ichigo on a Mezco Ronin Wolverine body, which I think looks pretty good. And you can have him be like your cool panda substitute, right? So let's move these guys out of the way. Then we will try a Marvel Legends Spider-Man, whose legs I never can get right because I left them sit in a bin terribly. I'm sorry about that in advance. Then we have an Articulated Icons Ninja. This is one I've changed the arms off a temple guard and added a mask. Then, because I have him in the area and I'm working on a bunch of stuff at once, here is the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Joker. And last but not least, a Mythic Legions 1.0 body. Now, the cool thing about the Mythic Legion stuff that I think that's going to work well with Jujutsu Kaisen is that if you make like a bunch of customs and you have like my action figure customs parts, this is one of those things where this is going to come in handy for you. Or creating like skeleton warriors with 4 arms or some crazy stuff. It'll be a really good time for you right now that you can compare this kind of stuff and make it look cool, because he's a teenage boy, so him being smaller than everybody else really works in favor of doing crazy cool stuff. So let's move some of these guys out of the way. Next up, you know what? Next up, I have the NECA Little Stitches, which is actually what I wanted to compare that I have some of the horror stuff wise. So here's NECA Little Stitches, and I'm not going to stand them up directly, but as you can see, this would look really good in a photo. So I'm really going to look forward to doing something cool with him. And then if you have like ogres or anything like that, this will work out wonderfully for you. Let's throw in a Crevo, the Bounty Hunter Crevo, from the Acid Rain Toy Forge stuff. So you can mix them in. As you can see, he's much bigger. I'll be working on a video for him later, in case you have any questions. I'm kind of backed up on a bunch of stuff. So, here is a Lightning Collection White Ranger. He is obviously not standing straight up, but you clearly know he's taller. But just because I don't want to hear anybody complain, let's actually make you stand up straight. So if you want to compare some Lightning Collection stuff, you can. And as you can see, he is indeed a little taller. There is something that I wanted to use. I decided to use some of these to be my handful demons. I have to finish building them. This was a blind box I bought that I thought was going to be really cool. And it turns out it worked out and came out just around the same time as this. So it's going to be really cool as I use these for this. It's going to be pretty dope. I bought 2 boxes, waiting on the last one to arrive so I can actually have an army of it and like 2 different colors. But yeah, I love this figure. It is pretty simple. It is straightforward. And if you are a Jujutsu Kaisen fan, hopefully you have supported it so we can get more stuff. Again, some people may not like it because of that ab crunch issue, because you won't be able to get full ab crunch. But I've made it work, and hopefully you guys can too. If not, I see why you wouldn't want to buy it. But in the meantime, guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I mean, pretty simple, yeah. But as always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.